Is water wet?
Water is not wet.
How is water not wet?
So what does it mean for something to be wet?
So when you touch it, you get water on your hand.
That just means your hand becomes wet, but the water itself is not wet.
It is wet.
For something to be wet, it requires a liquid to be on its surface. But water itself is not wet.
Water's wet.
So then what's the definition of wet?
I determine if something is wet is if I touch it and I get water on my hand.
So then is oil wet?
No, you can only get wet from water.
If you put your hand in oil, then you have oil on your hand.
Isn't wet a term only used to describe water?
No, I'm saying wet is used to a term for liquids on a solid. Because if you put your hand in milk, your hand is covered in milk.
I guess.
Is your hand wet from water or from milk?
Well, there is water in milk.
Right.
Exactly. So water is wet.